This video is going to cover how to do a glitch in Contra 3 where you get stuck in the floor. This has been on YouTube before, but I believe the video was taken down and it doesn't have the setup, so here we go. So to do this, you're going to need at least 2 lives because we're going to be dying once. And so you'll need to get to this point in stage 3. You're going to be going right. You can take out these turrets if you like. And we need to go far enough that the screen will scroll to the right all the way. So here's good. You don't want to get on the spinning pole, and the turret on the right is going to spawn. If you look just below your feet here, there's a little seam on the floor, and below that the floor gets to be a little bit of a darker gray color. Now this turret here is going to spawn, and it's going to shoot diagonally at us. We want to kind of manipulate it to shoot directly to the left because we need to get hit by its bullet at a specific height. So to do that, you want to jump just below the turret is fixing its aim. So like so. And then once it shoots at us, we want to get hit by that bullet at a specific height on our jump. The height that we want to be at is we don't want to be at the tip-top height of our jump because then we'll scroll the screen up too high. And we don't want to be too low because the screen won't scroll up high enough for us to be able to do this little glitch. So right about here is good. Now after you get hit, hold left as you respawn. Now if you've done it correctly, and there's not a perfect setup for it really, but if you end up at the correct height, what you'll notice is that below that seam, you won't be able to see any of the gray, darker color of the floor beneath. So you'll land on solid footing, you won't clip through the floor and die, and you won't see any of the little gray, darker parts of the floor there. So this is the correct place. If you were too high, you'll just fall through and die. So we've got the height correct. So now that we have that, we don't want to get hit by that turret again, so we can just take it out. So now there's one more tricky part. So we're actually going to be clipping through the floor beneath us, and to help us do that, we're going to use the spinning pole here. So to be able to clip properly, we need to grab the pole and we need to be on the very last pixel. So the very last pixel, so it's a little bit more than this, and this should do it. So this is the last pixel. Anything below it is not going to quite do it for us. And so what we want to do is that we want to drop off. We want to be about here, right here, and then as soon as we drop off, hold right. So down and B to drop off, and then hold right once you do. So I'm going to do it now. So if done correctly, you will be, the spinning pole, because you're at the very last pixel, you're going to be low enough that you'll actually be clipping through the floor. And then if you hold right, as you clip through the floor, you're going to grab the side of the wall that you actually clipped into. So now we are stuck in the floor. We can't climb up because there's a ceiling. The floor that we were standing on is now the ceiling above us, so we can't get up. Now you might think, oh, I'm climbing a wall, I can press up and B to jump. Well, you can't. So the game is going to try to, since you're kind of stuck in the wall on every side in this floor that we were in before, that we were standing on before, all you can kind of do is kind of wiggle your way, and the game's going to push you to the left a bit. You can kind of tap B rapidly to add a little humorous thing there. So yeah, this is a bit unfortunate. So we're kind of stuck. So Contra 3, unlike a lot of other games, doesn't have a mechanic where it's actively trying to push you through the floor. So it's probably unlikely that we're going to find any really interesting clips with this, because even if we did manage to get into a floor, we would be, stuck and not able to exit properly. So here, this is kind of the end of the line for us. So to get out, you're going to press down, and you'll fall into the pit beneath you. The ceiling of the floor that we were on before is going to become the ceiling, and so watch how as soon as he bounces, because you bounce when you fall in pits in this game, you're going to fall in the pit below you, and then you're going to hit your head as you bounce, like so. So yeah, that's it.